Oh, real quick, what did we decide on what we're doing? Are we swapping Boogie out? Or what's going on with that?
I thought so.
So we're gonna try for it? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Like, I gotta be all. This is my champion. Take it or leave it.
Oh. See, I was gonna lie.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it'd be better to lie.
You're gonna pretend that I'm just another bugbear as your champion?
I don't know if you even have to be a bugbear. Although, freaking, if you pretended to be a hobgoblin, that'd be a lot more believable.
He's wanting to duel you, I thought.
Yeah, well, it's not a valid option. I can't beat him.
Yeah, that's why I was
Right,
gonna
but
pretend to be you.
right, and if she's you, and he believes that she's you, and she defeats him,
That vulture bird
He'll be
is
dead, and it won't matter.
the vulture bird is sitting there in the rain, waiting for a response.
Oh, nice.
You guys see
Yeah,
Robert,
I'll go ahead and write a letter to give
you
to
see
it.
the Milligans running up, all of them coming towards the commotion over here. Emus following up behind the Milligans, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you see on the side, Agatha and John, or no, sorry, Amanda and John kind of start having this conversation. And John looks like he's being really firm, and she's like, turns, and she's going to head off further into the town.
Okay,
so is your letter accepting?
I'm gonna write the letter to it. I mean, to him. That's nice that it's sticking around in order to get the letter.
So it sits there, and as you roll up the parchment, it grabs out with. Oh, can you hear me on Discord? My audio crashed on Talespire.
Maybe.
I can
Yep.
hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, hold on, guys, my game crashed.
Okay, let me go ahead and read out the entire letter real quick. To the mine foreman. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess the game did crash. Okay, anyways. To the mine foreman. Yesterday I misunderstood goblin politics. I was told that killing Bulbaga and Big One was enough to become boss, and I mistakenly called myself king. I admit King Cragmaw is more powerful than I am. If you serve him, I wouldn't want to undermine him by destroying you, and I would only do so if honor demanded it.
Interesting. Okay.
You already backed him? Because I saw that it switched from like waiting on GM.
I am back now, yes.
Nice.
We'll move Cotton. Let's see if it plays off for him.
So the vulture-esque creature reaches out with his talons, snatches the parchment, and flies off.
So quickly, I'm going to say to the team, so what's the plan? Is Cal gonna impersonate?
Well, I was gonna go. Tammy's with me, right? We decided to.
I thought you guys were staying up here on
Yeah,
the tower to battle.
Yeah, I do want to get up somewhere high just in case something bad happens.
I thought you were guys. I thought we were high. I thought this was the high point.
Not high
No,
yet.
if you look around, we're not too far off the ground right there.
Yeah,
Well, but there's no other place that's higher. I mean,
South
guess-
of us. South of us is a bit higher, but we're trying to stay near the town center, so.
right. I mean, I guess they could go up into this building. But
It's
then
at
the-
this
kind of
point you see John and Robert are having kind of like again another tense conversation, and John turns to the group and says, "Where should we gather the townsfolk?"
Keep them contained in the square for now, where they can be easily protected, and an eye kept on them. We need to make sure that they don't try any nasty tricks and sneak up behind us.
Robert speaks up. "Are you mad? They need to be indoors. We can't have them out. A stray arrow could kill one."
Well, get them into the town hall then.
and all the ones that can bear arms, give them arms.
John and him turn and look at each other and in unison kind of say, "The basement," and they turn and run off towards.
All right, so is my only fear about them going upstairs, Emus, you guys going upstairs, is if an arrow comes up there and sets it on fire, but it looks like stone. So, I say that me and Nico head off.
Nico turns. "And where are we going?"
Over here to these rocks and to prepare for an
Shouldn't
invasion.
we hang back for the fight you guys are gonna have, just in case things go south? Or are we staying here in case they flank? Is that the idea?
I thought the fight was going to happen right here.
He turns and looks to Boogie. Is that your plan?
I was thinking that they would generally attack from straight the direction that they are to the northeast. So I was thinking we would defend that area primarily.
But where was the battle supposed to take place between you and the boss? Right here at the graveyard, right?
Oh, is that accurate? I don't remember that.
Well, where
I
do you
don't-
propose the fight to be?
I don't think we really know. I think we were all assuming they were just going to come to us.
Yeah, but if they're coming from the northeast, it would be from back behind the graveyard.
Well, no, there's still a lot of city to the east of us.
Correct. That's why we were going to send Calamithy and Agatha over there. But if Cal's going to impersonate you, then are you wanting to go with Agatha over to the east?
I am nervous about Cal impersonating me. I think that
Why?
Her voice might give it away. And besides that, just like the length of her arms in general.
So what are you proposing, Andrew? Like, we can't sit here and talk about the fight for 20 minutes before
Okay.
they're going to come.
I was thinking that we would go over to meet him. That I would say that this is my champion. And if he doesn't accept that, then I was planning to threaten his troops. Like, if you don't accept my champion to fight you, then I'll have all of the goblins serving you killed.
Okie dokie.
So where do you propose on meeting him, seeing as how none of us know where he's coming from?
I was going to say let him come to us.
We know the direction he is.
Do we?
I'd like to send my crow out to scout to see.
To see where the group is?
Yeah.
Okay, so as your crow goes to fly out, you can hear, everyone can hear in the marketplace, villagers being corralled and brought together as they were coming out towards the bells ringing. And your and Crow, the raven, flies out, passing a returning vulture who lands down on this railing here and flies outward. Not too far outside of town, there is a large formation of goblins, and there's Ezrul standing there next to this kind of more well-ordained, more upright goblin, and it seems like there's 3 of the goblins that kind of stand out from the others. Each
And which
with
area is he in?
each with a warg standing in the general vicinity of Ezreal. And what'd you say, Mom?
What was the direction of this?
This is just northwest of town.
Oh,
Like
it was
north-
northwest.
It's not northwest. It's like northwest.
Okay, so we're in a decent spot actually right now.
It's like this exit of town over here. It's not too far from outside there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
What does the
Right
bird have
about-
to say?
So the vulture lands and drops a scroll returned on it. And it appears to be the same parchment that you wrote on, but just written at the bottom of it, returned. And this is what the letter reads. Would you like me to read it out or keep it to you?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and read, please.
Come, let us speak in person. No blade nor bow will draw upon you but mine. If you're willing to return to King Grawl, I will spare your life. If not, one of us shall die this day.
Okay. Well, let's go. That's a decent chance to go up and meet them. This position might be more defensible, but if we can wipe them out off in the fields, that'll be less collateral damage.
I guess I'm not following.
Go ahead, Sam.
I was gonna say he wants you to go alone to King Crawl. But now you're talking about fighting, so how are you proposing this to happen?
The same way that we just talked about. Nothing
Okay.
about that has changed.
That we go over there, and
But he's not asking for we, he's asking for you.
regardless, I think it would be fine to go up as a team.
Also, the fact that he has a we, I think that could be spoken about.
All right.
But he has a what?
He said
Yeah.
we.
Yeah, like he has a we, he has other people around him. It's not just him.
The vulture is still there, kind of semi-intelligently waiting for orders.
Emus climbs up to the battlements. If you guys want to go ahead, I'm going to stay behind to watch the villagers to make sure they don't try anything nasty.
Tammy, who had been assigned to you, runs kind of like waddling with her little goblin run, trying to keep up.
She
I
ran to
goblin,
Emus.
I meant gnome.
Yeah.
She ran to Emus.
Yeah, Tammy's with me.
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
G word, small. Goblin!
That's racist.
What are you doing with the vulture here?
so I'm going to write another note. To King Kragmaw's captain. We'll see you soon.
You fold up the parchment, clasp it into the vulture's talons, and it takes off.
Oh,
I'm gonna look over at Boogie and I'm gonna say, Do you want all of us to come, or are we leaving Agatha behind on the east flank?
So, I think most likely we're going to fight all the goblins. It'd be more useful to have all hands there, but anybody that wants to stay behind, just in case there's some stragglers that want to attack the town, they can do that.
Agatha, what do you want to do?
I want to stick with Boogie. And then she looks down and looks up to the battlements. Boogie or Tammy?
You mean Boogie or Tammy?
I think that's where I want to stay. If any of that fits with, is that okay? I mean, you guys tell me. You guys are the. Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Let me reverse. She's on jelly rolls right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever you want. At this time, Robert and Eric and Desmond come running around the corner, heading up to the battlements themselves. Emish, you see them coming around, sporting crossbows, each with a quiver full of bolts.
Oh, with any luck, lads, this will turn out to be a whole lot of nothing, eh? And give him a kind of a big smile.
And Robert looks at you, and for the first time, looks at you like with a little bit of amusement. Yeah, let's hope. And he readies his crossbow.
I'm going to holler up to Emus. Hey, Emus, do you think Agatha should stay back with you and Tammy, or should we take her?
Well, would be nice to have an extra pair of eyes to help watch the townsfolk and make sure that they stay safe, but well, it's up to her.
I mean, we are walking into a den of possibly thousands of goblins. I think as many hands as we could use would be beneficial.
I go, then sure.
She turns and looks at you and nods. All right, let's do it.
Hey, Cal, you want to take her bag? I don't think she'll need those for a little while.
I mean, I'll hold on to it if she wants, but it's her bags.
She raises an eyebrow at Boogie or at Bezoit. Like, why would you even recommend that? And heads off. So we have Ema staying behind with the back crew. We have Boogie, Bezoit, Calamacy, Agatha, and Nico going out to the fight.
Sounds about right.
Okay. I will pull us all over to that map real quick. How are we approaching? Are you guys walking boldly and confidently out, following the path northwest? The path will take you to, like, if you follow the road, it will take you to where they are.
Yeah.
What
I
is
was,
my
I was
bird
planning on
still?
walking like. I'm certainly not freaking sneaking.
Okay.
I'm looking for goblins, but not like nervous looking.
Okay.
I would like to.
What is your Raven doing? Are you having it fly back, or is it circling, checking out the area?
Circling, checking out the area, preferably within, I believe, 100 feet of me so that it can telepathically communicate with me and it.
Okay. So as you guys begin walking out, following the path, the rain making the road kind of wet and slick, your Raven notifies you telepathically, alerting, sensing something in the distance. Let me move us forwards.
he's gonna be all no magic, and Calamity's like gonna be like, I'm magic, and then just cast a spell anyways.
Still have anxiety?
Yeah, my soul's not easy to retrieve.
As you approach, you can see in the distance quite a few goblins lining the road, lining the rocks, archers up on the stone above. There's this energy in the air, and you can hear thunder in the distance growing closer as the storm churns. And they're quiet, but they're almost like shaking with excitement as they see the group approaching. What do you do?
Take a deep breath.
How should we formulate ourselves? I'm guessing Boogie first,
Yeah, makes
followed
sense.
by me, Cal, Agatha, and Nico.
Cal, are you going to disguise yourself or what?
I thought we had nixed that plan, so
No, we're all here. There's no two boogies. With one with a
I
female
didn't.
voice
Well, there was
and
also
drums.
the idea floating around of the hobgoblin. I didn't know. I didn't feel like you guys had
Yeah,
resolution.
Yeah, it could. Maybe he doesn't know what Boogie looks like yet, and we can,
At this point, though, these goblins do see you as you guys are.
Yeah.
Well, so much for that plan.
So are you going 2 by 2? We going single file? How we doing this, guys?
You can hear Nico kind of heavy breathing. Just
Single file to hide your numbers.
I'm gonna say into the hood. You okay, Nico?
and he turns over and looks at you, and his eyes seem I don't want to say feral, but kind of feral.
Hmm.
Not like I guess like a high adrenaline would be a better way to say it.
Hmm.
I was thinking staggered, like Boogie could either walk down the center if that's what he wants to do, and then the rest of us kind of walk
I'll flank him.
behind. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Nico walks behind a tree, and you watch as he turns invisible.
Cool. No problems here.
All right. As you guys begin approaching, as you get closer through the rain, you can almost hear the chittering of the teeth of these excited goblins as you approach. Some of them look like excited, licking their lips, and some of them look like pissed off, almost vengeful.
I mean, we locked up all their choice women and left them hardly any food and all their babies. So
We did so much.
we had the best of intentions.
They were the best of times. They were the worst of times.
Agatha seems to get nervous as she gets to this point and just sees the density of goblins and how surrounded it feels.
Yeah, I don't much like it.
And as you approach around the corner, you see what your raven saw. Ezrul with his labor bosses and all their wargs up on the hill. To their rear, you see a massive army, and as you guys approach, he holds out a hand and says, "No one move, except you." And he points a finger right at Boogie.
I'm gonna cross my arms.
He looks over and looks back, giving out a whistle, and his warg obediently and whimperly. His warg is larger than the others and white, whereas the others are black, and whimpers off into the corner at his nod. Poke heads off to the side as well.
My champion will fight for me. I gesture with my thumb over to Clancy.
He looks at you. Are you too much a coward? Please,
Hey.
approach. There are things we need to talk about.
Okay.
And he looks behind watchfully at the rest of the group. Agatha looking pretty nervous, darting her eyes around. As you walk up, he's not as tall as you, but he's a very large individual. Fills out his plate armor and kite shield well. This massive long sword at his side, and you see this belt that has this like red flowing hair embroidered into the buckle with like this red flowing beard. And it almost looks like fire breathing out of the mouth, becoming the beard of this belt girdle. And he looks at you and he says, "Explain your company. Where have you been all these years?"
Wow. You know a lot more about me than I thought that you did.
You're the prince. How would I not know?
Well, you haven't seen me until just now.
Your fur is identical.
So you've seen my father before?
One second. He looks at you and he nods and says, "I know your father well. And I know he very much so wants to see and speak with you." And he looks past your shoulder and looks at the group behind you. "Leave them. Return home."
I'm not going to do that. I have obligations that I need to see to. However, I would absolutely be willing to take them to see my father.
He raises an eyebrow. "That's right. You were too young to remember when you were taken. Your father is a clever and untrusting man."
You said clever and untrusting?
Yes.
I guess that makes sense from what I know about him.
He grows old in age and needs an heir to sit on his throne. Return. Carry the Graw bloodline.
You responding to that, Andrew?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what the heck to say. Like, my obligations are really important. Maybe there's a way to do both without sitting down.
He looks behind him at the goblin hordes and leans in slightly. The lesser goblin races require constant ruling.
Brooding, you said?
Ruling.
Ruling. Oh, yes. I had kind of giggled to myself, I've noticed.
Your way of holding yourself seems the rumors circling the stronghold were true. Please, if only for my own curiosity, tell me where you've been.
I have been training in order to serve Mistra.
He looks at you kind of confused, as like he doesn't know who that is.
The magic goddess.
And he almost appears a little disgusted at the sound of magic. You rely on cheap tricks to make up for your weakness.
I look kind of confused. What do you mean, cheap tricks?
Magic. Booyag.
I don't know much magic, and I don't intend to learn too much more.
You guys hear like some chittering coming from the formation behind him, and he turns and snarls, "Silence!" And they kind of retreat, and he looks back to you and says, "So, what will it be, young prince? Shall you return, or shall you die?"
Let my friends come with me.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 6.